The art of being small is a genre in films, games, or even in real life that really sets my curiosity to the most high, which evolved into me creating my own project. But when did this all start? In 2014, I watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It's about the father who was a scientist, then accidentally shrunk his own son, daughter, and the next door neighbor kids. When I watched this movie, it was like fire was discovered for the first time. The details of the grass, water, and don't get me started when they got into the house. Hot Wheels the size of a normal sized car, bugs being bigger than you, the parents looking like giants, and that's not even the best part. The acting and everything was a masterpiece, eventually bringing me to my second movie, Toy Story. Toy Story, of course, was way different. Instead of small humans, it's toys instead, but it still fit the being small genre. This story needs no introduction, of course. It's a masterpiece. Talking about masterpiece, the one movie that inspired not only my project and my curiosity, but it also inspired this video, which is The Borrowers. The Borrowers is a movie not many people know about in America, at least from my knowledge. This movie really goes in depth on how a human would really adapt to the life of being small. But of course, there is a catch. In The Borrowers, the normal-sized humans are going about their day, but they notice that small stuff are missing. Eventually, they don't pay no mind to it. You see, the borrowers borrow their items and eventually give them back when they no longer need them without getting caught. Basically stealing. These borrowers live within the walls, and oh my gosh, their rooms are nice to look at, and their food portions are huge, which makes a lot of sense. Another movie that is set in the borrower's world is The Secret World of Arrietty. The Secret World of Arrietty is my favorite Studio Ghibli film of all time. I just love the way that they capture every aspect of being the size of an ant. It's like another world. Speaking of another world, Arthur and the Minimoys is another movie where you're shrunk in size. Arthur and the Minimoys is a bit different though. Instead of humans being small, it's another species called the Minimoys who are the sizes of ants. Now this movie is so good, but the problem I had with it was that the animation is a bit wonky. With the budget being 86 million USD, I would assume that the animation would be at least good. Now many people would say that that's not a lot since you would have to pay the actors, animators, VFX, SFX, and etc. But come on now. Digital Circus budget is between 20 to 50K, and look at the animation. So maybe I just lack the knowledge, but this movie could have had better animation. Now don't get me wrong. This movie is very, very good, and it's very detailed when it comes to living as a small person or another species or whatever. All of these films and games that I haven't mentioned are also masterpieces that I fully recommend to watch. Like the best Tinkerbell movie in my opinion, Anza, so good. Bug's Life, Grounded, which is a really good game. Little Nightmares, of course, also a really good game. And all of these other movies and games as well. The ones I haven't mentioned, either I haven't seen them and you should recommend me, or they're just terrible. The fact is that with all of these movies, not including the games, and of course except Toy Story, is that they haven't gone fully in depth on how society as a whole would adapt to this new world of being small and how it would affect their day-to-day life. Questions like, what animal is on top of the food chain? How long would it be to travel to point A to point B? How strong the wind can be? Will it knock me down or fly me away? Can cleaners like bleach or perfume kill me instantly? Can society as a whole restart their cities with their size? And how large would the population be? Are all questions that would never be answered in those films. But look no further. I have been researching this for about 5 years, starting a webtoon called Little Man Big Earth. Yeah, I know it sounds cringe. When I made this, my drawing skills was mid and half of them were being traced, which I really despise now. Eventually I stopped and made another called Shrunken World. This was about mostly every human was the size of ants, but half of the population had bug/insect abilities, and the main character being a very late bloomer, taking inspiration from My Hero Academia. Eventually, I scrapped that and made every human shrunk smaller than ants. Now, this was a story with insane nitpick details on how humans would survive being small, with the main character being really smart, creating tools and tech that is revolutionary, inspired by Dr. Stone. But the drawings were bad, and eventually I made a 3D animated series called Small World. Small World was very unique back then. It was made in an engine called Dreams. The story was about mostly every human turned into slices of ants, fasting forward to fully made cities and characters built in this new environment. And now the characters named Akka, Cub, Savannah, and Jen exploring and surviving in this new world. But due to limitation being made on the PS5, the story having too many holes, animations was meh, and the style reminded people of a video game than a series, I eventually canceled it. People were sad, but I did it for a good reason. I made a series called Scrap Boy. Yes, it involves being small, but it's more of a little nightmares small. And the story took place after death. So it really didn't focus on humans surviving being shrunk. But 1 year later, I released the pilot of Scrap Boy. I have Blender now and have been working on something very intensely. But that's for a later video. If you want any news about the project, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. But for now, I have been researching about the world of being the size of an ant as humans, and oh boy, I'm so excited to share. Sometimes I look at the environment around me and always wonder, what is it like to be shrunk? Not only because it's fun, but because we as humans are so fixated on what's happening around us. We never really treasure and adore the little things that God created. Thank you everyone for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, type in ant scale and there will be amazing things to come. Make sure to join the Patreon where you'll be able to see behind the scenes of my new project and Scrap Boy, early access episodes, future merch discounts, shoutouts, and so much more. So without further ado, make sure to subscribe, like, hit the notifications for more new videos, and I'll see y'all beautiful ladies and gentlemen on the next video.